guys, it is snowing outside. It's supposed to be a couple inches today, and my husband is sleeping, so I'm trying to be quiet. But I decided that I'm going to do a pantry organize and clean, but I'm switching things around. So we live in a fifth wheel, so we have limited space. However, the model we have, I actually think has incredible space. So I'm gonna go through and show you like where I have everything at right now, and then I'm going to take you through my idea, and then we'll get started. If you're new here, this is kind of the layout of the kitchen. So I have my main space over here with the pots and pans on the bottom, dishes on top, and then over here I have a really good sized pantry. And then I have a kitchen island with some storage down here. Most of in here is cleaning supplies. These are all utensils, and then there's one cabinet over there that I just kind of store odds and ends, his lunch pail. It's not really organized. And then this one is our dog food. In this top right one, we have our bowls and our plates and some Tupperware up here. This is like my favorite cabinet because it fits our Tupperware. It's usually full, but we have a lot of prepped food right now. So this fits these what are they called? Containers perfectly. So, and then up here we have less used items, and then our baking sheets, and then a couple other items that we just randomly use, but I actually use quite frequently, especially this blender. I have carpal tunnel, so I use that for mashing potatoes, mixing pancakes, anything you could possibly, even if I'm doing it for one person, I still have to use it. And then I have like this little kind of unit here, a nut bag, and then a waffle maker in the back up there. And then over here is my mess. So I have a lot of cups, and this is after I purged. So I got to do something about it. It drives me nuts. Things get lost up here. Kind of, there's a little lip, and so if I put something up here that's like a lid or something, it just floats around and then takes up space and really bothers me. So in here I have the Ziplocs and aluminum foil and things like that. Down here is some bowls, my toaster's on the bottom, and some vases. And then in here is my spices, which if you've never put your spices in a drawer, however you can fit them, this is like the best way to lay them out because you can see all the labels. However, if you have too many, then you end up stacking them on top, or you just find the one that maybe you don't use very often and then put it with the other spices, which is kind of what I have over here. And then down here I have my pots and pans, and then like a 13x9 and my really big pot there. And that is it for in here. And then over here I kind of have things labeled out. I have some backup oil and cling wrap back here that just doesn't fit over in the cabinet. I have baking items I don't get to very often, or backup for things that are in my containers down here. This is kind of rice and pasta, sweets, which goes on the bottom so we can't get to it as easily. This used to be produce, but now it's just bread, and the label's just really hard to get off, so I haven't switched that yet. And as you can see down here, we put our produce. So the next shelf down, we've got these baskets from the Container Store, which I really like and actually fit in here pretty perfectly. So these are just kind of pre-portioned things that I can grab for Alex's lunch. And then he eats this oatmeal a lot. The other things are just things that we use often. This is kind of the kid bin. We have nieces and nephews that come over a lot. So this is kind of their area. And then this, obviously, you can see is a mess back here. but we have backup oat milk and our protein powder. And then right here we keep our vitamins. And then this next shelf down is, this is like everything. This is stuff I use on the regular, and it fits in here perfectly, and I'm worried that that's not going to fit in here, but my plan is to put it in here. So the only other option would be get a smaller Lazy Susan. So my idea is still the same, even if I have to get a smaller Lazy, because this one is like 15 inches, I think, pretty big. So I have a feeling it's not going to fit, but. And then I have just some backup items here for spices and mixes and other things like that. And then on the bottom, again, these kind of become a mess on the side because you can't get to them very well. So that's why this bothers me. So I'm gonna try to get that stuff out of there and then put in less. That way it doesn't get crammed. But in here I have like teas and matcha. There's extra candy canes in the back. And then these are like regularly used spices and grains and things like that. And then randomly a bottle of wine. And then I also put in here, I recycle the Nespresso pod, so I have to have somewhere to put that. And then this is just randomly sitting in front. We don't even really eat that. So for the most part, we're keeping everything. I just want to switch things around and help it function better. My plan is to basically take dishes and cups that don't really fit, because everything doesn't fit in each cabinet properly. I'm thinking about switching and making a dishes kind of cups and plate shelf and possibly switching over the pots and pans that are down low, but maybe not. I haven't quite decided on that. Kind of depends on how everything else goes. I decided I kind of want to put like my spices and things that I have in here kind of above, and so that'll free up some space for the dishes. So we'll see how it goes. My plan is to pull everything out of here, put it on the counter, and then start switching items over to the cabinets as I see fit, and then figuring out what I'm going to do. So let's get on into it.
Oh, it's Christmas time. I feel sad, I can't help it. Got you on my mind. I don't know how to cope this, because it's Christmas time and I need you around, darling. So come home, so come. Try to figure this out, 'cause you left something for me under the Christmas tree. So baby, come home tonight and let me hold you real tight, 'cause it's Christmas time. Oh, it's Christmas time. Let us all come together. Let your love keep shining and for always be remembered. Yeah, 'cause it's Christmas time and I want you by my side, darling. So come.
I gotta show you guys how close this fit is. Look at this. Like, it could not be any closer than that. Oops, I just turned on the propane. Which is good, because that means that it maximizes the space, and as you all know, RVs are small and space is always an issue. So the fact that that fits in there that good, I'm pretty stoked. And it also saves me a trip to the store in the middle of this video, which is wonderful. All right, let's get back to organizing.
Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, you keep me up all night. I try to figure this out.
So for some reason the camera stopped filming, or I didn't hit it. I might have just hit focus and then forgot to hit it. Thank goodness I went and checked because I was gonna keep going. So I just want to give you guys an update of kind of what I did. I ended up cleaning up here, and then I moved the bins that were on the top down low, cleaned them out a little bit, and then moved these that were down low up here, and that's kind of all I'm gonna put on that shelf so that I can get to everything. That was always kind of an issue. I'd set stuff in front of it and I'd never be able to get to them. This is the thing, in the RV you just never know where everything's gonna fit, so you just kind of have to keep moving stuff around, which is why this isn't super smooth as in unload and then reload like a normal house, because you'd have room to like pull everything out. In here you don't. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's get started on the dishes.
It was the night before.
All right, so I think I'm all finished here. Things didn't go quite to plan. I had planned on putting all the dishes that were up here in the pantry, and I just didn't really like how it looked once it was in there. I couldn't really see them because there's a huge lip on the front of each shelf, so I didn't really take that into account. The good news is I got all the cups accessible and like not stacked on top of each other in the pantry, which was a main reason I did this. So I had trouble with my baking sheets. I love my baking sheets up above here because I use them almost daily, and the other cabinets just aren't very big, and so I really just ended up having to put those back up there. So I ended up putting this shelf back up there to maximize that space so I could use the underneath side and put the extra spices not regularly used here. And then, like I told you before, the Lazy Susan over here, which has the main stuff, and then my salt and pepper here. The other items, these are backup oils, but these are all mainly regularly used, not this so much, but the measuring jars, and then the KitchenAid, and then my bowls and plates, and then I always have paper plates. We use paper plates a lot, or we use these, I got these on Amazon, They are like kind of shallow, so we use them as plates or bowls. And then the other bowls here. And then over in the pantry, flip that around so you don't have to see my sweaty face. In the pantry on the bottom, I put all these because there's no lip. And when I had them up here, like I just said before, there's a huge lip here and it's really hard to get them out. So they stack, which is awesome. I got them at Target. Some of this stuff I got a really long time ago, but I'll do my best to link everything in the description box below. Anyway, I got the glass cleaner, or excuse me, the glass marker off of Amazon. And if I can't find the exact one, I'll link another one. They have a ton of them and they're super cheap. And I can draw on the glass, I draw on the plastic. We have these bins also up here for different things, and I just love that you can erase it. So I did those bins down low. Like I said, I put the protein powder down there. My teas and matcha are in there. And then the rest of the stuff here, this is a coffee creamer that I'll link down below. I love it, it's really, really good. And then if I want like kind of a chocolatey flavor in my coffee, I use Ovaltine. My cousin Mary is responsible for this. Shout out to Mary. And then our vitamins and such. And then here we have our baskets with the produce, our snack stuff for lunches, the kids bin, and then our other regular used items here, and my backup of oat milk. I do still have 3 coming. Like I said, I had some just shipped, so I think they're actually already here, but I just haven't pulled them out. And then up here I fit all of the cups. We mainly use these cups right here, but I have my Nespresso mugs back here, and then these are like my summer glasses. They have like this cute little honeycomb design, and there's like a little bee on the front, and they're really, really pretty to have like lemonade and stuff in the summer. And then these are all pretty much regularly used as well. When the kids come over, these have lids, so I use those. These are our to-go mugs. And then up here, some extra Tupperware, some extra jars up here, and some more of the reusable Ziplocs. These I use for Alex's lunch regularly, so I need to be able to get to that. That's why I kind of put that up in a reachable spot. And these mugs that we are either seasonal or we just don't use as often, I kind of stuck under there. And that's it. So that is the end of my pantry clean with me. I can hear my husband waking up. The pups are getting up. They're letting me know. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.
Now it's time for Christmas, and Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true. That's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls. I've been kind to big and small, and now it's time to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. I guess that spring and summer, they're all fine, but I've been waiting for the season that's mine. So let it come, yeah, let it come. snowflakes fall. I can hear the sleigh bells call. They're saying it's time to have a merry holiday. What a